Music is my drug, as I said, yeah. I mean, I said it before in interviews, if I can inject it into my arm, I would.
You don't necessarily have to have a particular machine or has to sound a particular way. It's based on how you feel and how you want the people to feel. To believe in a world of fabrication, in a world of technology where everything is done for you, that you still can do it yourself.
These men are amongst those driving the international dance scene, jet-setting from rave to rave and from club to club, and they now include Africa on their itinerary. They are DJs who've become more than DJs, creating music of their own, techno music. Jeff Mills was working as a DJ on a Detroit radio station when techno was born in the city 10 years ago.
If one night I thought I should bring in drum machines and a keyboard and then plug it into the mixer, or one night just 3 turntables, or another night something completely, I had complete freedom.
And then we just all worked together, you know, as a group. Slowly we became a group. Slowly we started meeting each other. There's a number of people involved with this whole thing that created it, that made it into the tree that it is now.
10 years on, Jeff Mills is still at it, and techno has become a major force in popular music. It is generally driven by a pulsing beat, using rhythm as a hypnotic tool. There are usually no vocals, and the music is largely, if not totally, electronically generated, with DJ's equipment, turntables, mixers, samplers, playing a major role.
There really is no structure. There are no laws as to what the music should be. So if one uses one's imagination to create something that he thinks is techno, then it is.
And I'm kind of like a part of an evolution, more than I am part of a creation. That's what I like to look at it as, if it's something that's constantly evolving, instead of something that happened and sort of made history.
That evolution saw techno spread from Detroit and Chicago to London, Europe, and finally the world. As the music evolved, so the world of techno changed. Drugs, especially ecstasy, were part of the techno scene to start with, but some new wave DJs like Josh Wink now think differently.
If life is my drug, you know, it's too short for me to just, you know, alter it and be in another consciousness. But some people say, well, you're missing out. Well, so what? I may be, but I'm pretty happy. I don't need it to go on.
Like Jeff Mills and Derrick May, Josh was recently in Johannesburg. He too has become part of the international traveling circus of techno DJs, jet-setting to raves and clubs.
When you have to sit on a plane for 10 hours every weekend, weekend after weekend, even though you get to see the world, which is incredible, and I'm very fortunate for that. But at the same time, it becomes work.
This shit's not for everybody. It's hard work. It's a lot more than people know. It's lonely.
As one of the legends in at the start of the techno era, Derrick May has his name in lights at venues all over the world, but he's become somewhat disillusioned with the international techno scene.
That's the frightening thing about it. The whole world is dancing the same, dressing the same, looking the same, taking the same drugs. Everything is unbelievably the same.
Derrick now prefers to play smaller venues like clubs rather than large-scale raves, which he finds too impersonal. Even in South Africa, the mass rave seems to be losing some of its appeal. But if the rave era is ending, that doesn't mean techno music will die with it. Quite the contrary.
I have to believe that, you know, the best music and the best, the most innovative things are yet to come.